Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Hey, this one is health versus health. Now, I know some of y'all gonna be like, what in the hell is he talking about? Well, I will explain. The very first thing I want to explain about this video is this. It's levels to everything, you know. It's levels to everything. Y'all know I love my analogies, but you know, no matter what you're doing, you know, some people can fight, and you see them whoop people's ass in the streets, and they'll go into a gym, not even a pro gym, but a good gym, and they get their asses torched, you know. It's just that simple. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and we were talking about, you know, the boxing thing, and some of y'all know I mess around with that a little bit. Well, used to. Now I just play around. And, you know, when you see a young fighter, a lot of young fighters think it's all about throwing punches, you know. But, you know, several times in the gym, whether it was myself or somebody else, we had to show them, you know, I guess the keys to understanding how to really fight, you know. And it's not just about punching, but it's about noticing things, you know. It's about noticing if a fighter is flat-footed. It's about noticing, you know, if your jab doesn't come back to your chin. Well, anyway. You know, one of the easiest things to do with a young fighter is to watch him, you know, in his stance. And I know everybody thinks about the hands, but you watch his feet. And the thing about it is, with the feet is, if a fighter is flat-footed, it's two motions. That two motions allows another fighter to get out the way. Pretty much. Most fighters cannot and will not be able to throw a significant punch flat-footed. So what you see is, in the motion, they'll come up to the balls of their feet, then the body starts. By me seeing that you're flat-footed, whichever foot that is coming up to start this, that gives me an indicator as to where you're throwing a punch at, and whether I should crowd a hand or whether I should shift. So anyway, that's some technical stuff there. But what it does is, you know, to a lot of fighters be like, man, I whoop this dude's ass, this, that, and the other. If you see a pro or an experienced fighter, literally, in all confidence, most of those fighters can put their hands down, literally not defend themselves, and get out of the way of their punches. Quite simply because you can see everything coming. Or, to be more safe, you can block their punches, you know. And I know this is a dog video, so we'll get into what I'm talking about. That was just to talk about the levels, and that's what we were talking about. Well, in the dog world, you know, there's health, and then there's health. And what I mean by that is, you know, the natural sense of a healthy dog is this. You know, you don't have to take it to the vet. The dog can run around, the dog can move, the dog can do normal things. He's a good pet. We see that with a lot of people who just have regular pets at home. You know, now in a breeder's world, and y'all will hear some of these people on my show, which is great. You know, I got a great South African Bordeaux breeder, a Rottweiler breeder. We have it's a beagle. I was about to say poodle. I do have a guy who does poodles, and we'll have him on. But we'll talk about the levels to this. Now, for instance, my lady who deals with South African Bordeaux, quality is just amazing, you know. But her levels of testing include the elbows, it includes the hips, it includes the cardio, it includes the eyes, it includes something else that she does, and I'm sorry that it's slipping my mind right at this moment. But she does many different testings, including temperament tests and different things, to analyze her breeding stock and if this dog should be bred or if this dog should be, you know, whatever. I say that to say this, you know. In the American bully community, we have not even reached the standard level of health testing. And I mean, and it's not so much testing. This is just us going by common sense things. You know, throughout the years, y'all know some people have been just incredibly pissed off at me for bringing up a dog like Dax or bringing up other issues. And these are very, very like incredible issues that we see in dogs. And this will not, if you want to be a serious breeder, I'm not here to debate with y'all. A lot of y'all come on here and y'all want to debate everything with me. This shit's not up for debate, because I don't come on this page to make money. I don't come on this page to do anything but to try to help breeders who want to be helped, you know, in a fashion that they can move forward to, even not just breeders, but even people who are interested in the breed, what to look for, you know. And we haven't reached the point that we are smart enough to eliminate by the obvious things that we see. We are not smart enough that we have eliminated where you see a dog who has very, very straight stifles, has trouble moving, has trouble breathing, has the bowed elbows, has different issues that you can visibly see that this dog is things that's wrong with this dog. Yet and still, we still breed that. That is why I say health versus health. It's levels to this shit. The dogs that the people that I'm talking about with these Rottweilers and with these South African Boerboels, these people, the dogs that might flunk some of their other tests, to our eyes, we can't even see the shit. The dog looks incredible. But they have taken it to another level in other breeds throughout the years. And when I say throughout the years, I'm talking about decade after decade after decade, to where they have analyzed their dogs to such a degree that they know what's in these dogs. It's not a guesswork. I can tell you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations that every dog that I have ever bred has excellent hips, has excellent heart readings, has excellent lung function, has excellent elbows. I'm only breeding the best of the best. I can tell you this generation after generation. So when you come and knock on my door, you know, so to speak, for a puppy, I can tell you exactly what you're getting. I don't have to give you stupid lingo like fire and this is this and this is that. There's no such thing as hating when there's real rules and regulations and factual information. So those of us who love the American Bully, who want to be a part of the American Bully community, who say that we want to push this dog to the next level, the very first thing we have to do is get to the first level to have a no-nonsense approach to say, I'm not going to breed a bad dog, no matter what. I'm not going to excuse bad temperament. If the dog has an eye issue, I'm not going to excuse the eye issue. If the dog has an elbow issue, I'm not going to excuse the elbow issue. I'm not even telling you at this point, which I think is a good idea, but I'm not even telling you at this point to go and do all of the testing that these other people do, because it's levels to this. I think we have to hit the first level to at least get to the point to where we're at a visual level that we can have enough common sense in this breed to stop picking dogs that are obviously unhealthy, that are obviously paper hung dogs, that when it comes down to DNA testing, which they all do, that you know for a fact that your DNA tested dog is what you say it is. So now when you start to do your breeding process, you know who the father is. You know who the dad is. You know what his genetic issues are. You know what her genetic issues are, or the lack thereof. This is the thing that makes you a real breed. This is the only way that this breed will ever be taken seriously. We continuously make up excuse after excuse on how we're going to get to the next level. Well, we got to get to the first fucking level. Y'all keep on talking about the AKC. Y'all keep talking about these dogs versus this and that and the other. I'm going to be honest with you. Your dog does not stand a chance versus the best dogs in the world. Your dog does not stand a chance against the dogs that lost to the dogs that lost to the dogs of the best dogs in the world. Most of these dogs do not. It's just that simple. As much as I love a dog like Bistro, and I have used Bistro before, the most winning dog in our breed history had two notable flaws, which was a slight underbite and a slightly easty-westy. This is something that in our breed, our standards have to change. We have to evolve to something better, not keep on talking about the dog is changing. Fuck that talk of that evolution. That's stupid. You have to stick to one thing and perfect that thing. We can't even perfect one thing, and we're trying to have a million things. A million different style of dogs. A million different this, that, and the other. And the one thing that this community doesn't have is we don't have ethics. If y'all want to get to levels, the reason why I'm bringing in so many other breeders is because you'll start to see. I've been to a yard now, well, several yards, where I look at every single dog, I'm envious. Literally envious. And that's why I tell y'all, I don't give a fuck about you shit talkers. If we start pulling out dog for dog, I'll mop the floor with y'all asses. It's facts. It's in the record books. Not only that, it's all over the pages and it's all over y'all blood. Some of y'all try to combat me with the shit that I done made. That don't work. I'm not there for that argument. What I'm saying is my own personal opinion of my yard is that I got levels that I need to get to. I'm way behind on where I want to be at because I've seen yards to where everything in the yard is excellent and consistent. This is a true breeding program. I understand that we started to make a breed. I understand that. So we were behind from the get-go. But now we're reversing, we're going in the wrong direction. Instead of coming forward from our early 2000s to where there were a lot of very nice dogs and there was a lot more consistency in the early 2000s. Now we have scattered everything and our health issues have become a higher issue. Longevity is a higher issue, of course, with the health issues, and consistency is a higher issue. We don't even know the true direction of the breed because we've had so many assholes that decided that, you know what I mean, I'm just doing me in my own yard. Yeah, you say you're doing you in your own yard, but you breed these badass flawed up dogs and now you want to charge everybody for them and put the fucking blood out there. If you was breeding it for you in your own yard, keep that bullshit in your own yard. If you don't want to test the dogs, if you don't want to be responsible for their health, if you don't give a shit about the dog after it leaves your yard, well, tell the truth. You just trying to strip the community for money and whatever else you can get out of it, and you don't give a damn about the community. Because if you gave a damn about these dogs, you would start at least at the very least visually looking at, oh, I know something's wrong with that dog, I won't use them. Then maybe we can graduate to the point of let's test everything. Let's get real down scientific on their ass. This is the levels to this. If you want to be an amateur street brawler your whole life, excuse me, something got in my damn eye, but if you want to be an amateur street brawler type of dude with no respect, go ahead. But if you ever want to be be on a level to talk about world champion and get in the ring with world championship dogs and really represent the breed at the highest level like we want to do, and trust me, it's coming. It's coming. That's some of the why y'all think I'm going to all of these yards. These dogs in the open class, some of these breeders are sending dogs to these classes. Y'all will have to put y'all inferior products, and I'm not saying everybody in the bully world has it, but to you people who are always being smart asses, you put that bullshit dog that you scream fire, this, that, and the other, and you got your cronies because they spent way too much money and now they trying to keep the value of the dog up against a world champion dog that's world champion in Europe and in the United States, and you come and stack that shit in the ring, your dog is going to look like the mud he is because you haven't put in the time, the effort, or the ethics to make a real animal that could stand in the ring with something like that. I don't give a damn what breed it is. I could go get a poodle that would destroy 99% of anything in the American bully community. It's because they have ethics and they're pointing in the direction to try to make a dog. Not to try to make money, not to try to be popular. They are trying to make a dog. Their whole focus is on making the best animal that they can make. That's the obsession. So why you dudes keep on putting all these fucking gold chains on your dogs? Y'all want to put boots on your dog? Y'all done upset the baby. Y'all want to put all this bullshit on your dogs. One thing you got to understand is this. I don't care how much sugar you put on shit, it's still shit. Sugar is going to be sugar. So that's what I'm saying in health versus health. We have to we are so far behind what most breeds consider the proper health format. We are so far behind what most breeders consider the proper health format that we have to start somewhere. And the very first place we have to start is common sense. I don't care if I hurt some of y'all feelings by mentioning some of the dogs that y'all like or a dog that y'all like or whatever. I stand by what I say. You know, go look at the videos of the dogs. Y'all, I ain't talking about pictures. So go look at the videos. See your dog moving. See the things that's going on with the dog. You'll see the issues pop right off the screen. You see some shit like that, why would you want to use it? Why would you want to base your program off of it? Stupid. You putting that all in your genetics. 15, 20 years. That shit is all through there. You know what I mean? I understand that we have a community now that is so loaded with and saturated with some of this blood that, yeah, you might have to use a dog that has, 10% of that blood in there. And I understand that. That's not a big issue. But make sure you're going in the right direction, that over the next couple generations, you've made that blood so minuscule that it's a blip on the radar. It's about having the morals to go forward and do that. Okay, I understand we fucked up here, but let's fix it. If we're not going to do that, then you playing games, and these dogs will never make it to the level that they need to be at to be a respectable breed worldwide. Until next time, man, God bless y'all. Much love. Peace.